subscribe to the podcast if you listen before and you enjoy our show. If you don't know yet, then just listen to us talk about childhood crushes. So this isn't necessarily, it's childhood crushes that we had, but also just general childhood crushes, man, woman, female. Also anthropomorphized cartoons. I had big crushes on cartoons, which I'm definitely willing to get into.
The 90s were really the era where people started,
sexy cartoons.
Where people were talking about childhood crushes, right?
Yeah.
It all started with Jessica Rabbit, and people's minds all started getting blurry.
Sailor Moon.
Like kids across the world were getting horny, and they're like cartoons. And
Lola Bunny.
The word, we weren't ready to process that yet. Lola Bunny was another one.
Dude, Lola Bunny like messed up my sexual psychology, man. I don't think I've ever been able to heal from it. Yeah.
Can you imagine drawing that? Dude, you ever think about the first dude who had to draw Lola Bunny? When like the people making Space Jam were like, okay, we need to sexualize this cartoon to sell this to like kids, like teenage boys. He's like, I'm on it.
And they nailed it. They nailed it. And also in the script, she's sexy as hell. Everything she does, she's like getting bugs hard. God. You know? A lot of like boing and then like hard eyes and stuff. And she was just like, she wasn't wearing pants, dude. She wasn't wearing pants. She had the little tail. Yeah, dude, that is a good point. Because, you know, somebody had to say, hey, make the rabbit sexier. Okay.
Yeah. Some exec at Disney was sitting in a pitch meeting. They're like, listen, I think the movie's good, but the rabbit isn't horny enough. And we need to fix that.
Right.
We're trying to sell product.
Who was your okay, because we can do I have my childhood crush who I was really into, and then I have the female childhood crushes who I had the cartoon or woman I wanted to hook up with, and then I had the other side where it was like the girls in my classes crushes who I wanted to be. I got both.
Well, that's two different things.
They are, and I have two different answers.
What are the big ones? What are the big ones everyone's gonna say? You know, if you grew up in the 90s/2000s, you're gonna say
Xena Warrior Princess. You're gonna say
Xena Warrior Princess.
Yeah, dude.
That was it for you, like the weird biblical, you know, kind of element to it. This like old world.
Oh
slang.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then also like I remember there's this movie called The Scorpion King, which was like a spin-off of The Mummy, and they go into Sodom and Gomorrah, and there are these prostitutes that are trying to tempt The Rock to like go have sex with him. And I remember like feeling that was like one of the first moments where I was like, I wish this movie had a little more of those ladies in it, you know? I mean, I wish he would have popped into that little brothel. You know,
you were looking for the biblical babes, dude.
That's what you were looking
for.
Man.
Christian. That's what
I was.
Lady who was, you know, running a brothel. Jesus of Nazareth or something.
There's some pretty hot Bible stories, man. There's some pretty. If you're into incest, there's a couple incest Bible stories, dude. It's
dude. The Bible.
It's got a little something for everyone.
For like what porn would be eventually. The Bible literally wrote the book.
Most porn is just Bible fan fiction, man.
That's all it is. All
right, who was your hottie?
So
who was your?
Xenia.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the big one. It was probably.
Who was yours?
I think Topanga. Right?
Really? Wasn't Topanga like a dork though?
I guess, but that was like on the show. It was literally the two dorkiest kids. You had like Corey, who was just like this little nerd, little dork, and he had Sean, who was just like annoying.
Right, like, but cool.
My dad wasn't around, dude. Oh, I'm gonna knock this trash can over. You know, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We get it, dude. You're pretty one-sided, bro. Like, figure it out, all right?
Wasn't Topanga hot? Sure, and then they were like, she was kind of a dork. Like, she was a dork, and then there was one episode where she like puts on a bathing suit, and you realize she has like giant tits, and everyone's like, Topanga, like everyone realizes it, and then they're just like they immediately sexualize her. Then everything after is like now this character is nothing but a pair of tits.
Yeah, Disney's pretty good at doing that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, who has to be up there? You know, dude, JTT, dude, you know?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, yeah.
I don't care
for
what
sure.
I don't care what kind of boy you were growing up. You could be straight as hell, dude. Everyone knew. You see Jonathan Taylor Thomas, that was a star.
The bowl cut with the
star.
He was. The bowl cut with the part in the middle, that was like the blonde mohawk, the blonde like bowl cut part in the middle.
It was classic. I mean, it was so of the time. He was so on the nose of what fashion was, you know.
He was.
What was it? Was it just that he was just, you know, he's a teen heartthrob, man. Same with like
he was a cutie.
I feel like it's the same vein as like people would say Justin Timberlake too, right? Or pick any member.
I think JTT was a little snarky. He was a little snarky. He had a little sass. He was a little bit of a bad boy, which I think more than Justin Timberlake was. He was like a snarky little kid.
He did play Tom Sawyer in that straight to Disney Tom Sawyer movie.
Yeah.
So he was crafty. You know, that probably played a big factor in it.
Elijah Wood played Huck Finn, by the way.
Did he really? He was not. He was not a teen heartthrob. He looked like a goblin pretty early on.
Yeah, pretty early. He was good though. That movie's great. Do you remember? Okay, but getting a little older. Do you know the name Chad Michael Murray?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Chad Michael
One
Murray.
Tree
He's
Hill?
on yours. One Tree Hill. Okay.
All the girls. It was one of those things like all in middle school. All your friends that are girls who like secretly have crushes on. Like all they would ever talk about was Chad Michael Murray. So it was just the constant barrage of feeling inadequate by guys that were 10 years older than us that they admired, you know?
Yeah, like adult men, you know?
Yeah, just adults, playing high schoolers. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and then the OC guy, Benjamin McKenzie.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah, dude. He was definitely up there. He was another case of the annoying kid whose dad wasn't there, so he just had to be a little shithead to everyone. Yeah. But not like real. Like, he'd never be violent. He'd just be a little bitch, you know?
Punch a wall, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, dude, just like asking for attention. Punch a wall, knock over a trash can.
Yeah.
Maybe bust through a screen door if things were especially bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude from the OC. Who else?
Dude, you know what's kind of interesting is like...
Dude, I mean, probably like Carmen Electra, like in the late 90s, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, no, but when I was, sure, probably, but like, I feel like at that point, I was like, at that point, there were so many attractive women in my life or just like floating around my, on TV or whatever in my presence.
What's your childhood like? Tell me.
No. I'm media and television, not in my life. But I'd seen so many hot women at that point. Like a hot woman on TV is just a hot woman in real life. I can't tell the difference. But when you're a child, what's put in front of you is mostly cartoons, So that shapes a lot of like what your sexuality is, So I never like developed crushes on anyone after the age of like 11, I would say.
Really? The lines got blurred that early for you?
It was just like, I don't know who I would have developed a crush on other than Xena the Warrior Princess. She was so tall, dude. I just wanted to get roughed up, dude. I wanted her to beat me up. That's what I wanted because I didn't know what sex was. I just wanted her to like just like hurt me, like pin me down and like I just wanted to get pinned by her.
I get that. Like Trish Stratus, like former WWF superstar.
Yes,
same way.
Dude. She's you go, dude. That's the same.
I hope she didn't die, dude.
No, she's still around. This
is one of those moments where we're gonna have to Google someone's dead.
I saw a T-shirt of her recently. I think she's still around. She's doing all right.
Alive. We're good.
She still look good?
Hey, dude, she's got money.
Yeah, dude. I would. Does. Yeah, but that was my thing. That was as an 11-year-old. That was like my fetish before I knew I had it.
Yeah, it's the biblical lady to beat you up. Hey, at least you figured it. You had an awakening, and whether or not it was a Scorpion King, it's an awakening.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if anyone's slipping through the radar. Oh, dude, Goofy's son in that Goofy movie, that kid was cool. Remember?
Max?
Yeah, dude.
You had a thing for Max?
No, I didn't have a thing for him, but I'm just saying, like, he was cool, right? Like, you know, he's like a JTT in like the cartoon world.
Oh, you admired him. You adored him.
Yeah, I just want to be friends. I want to skateboard with him. Maybe spray paint something.
I didn't like the way Max treated Goofy, man. I felt like he was...
Oh, you didn't?
I felt like Goofy was a good-ass dad, and then, like, Max was kind of an ingrate, man.
Max was kind of a shitty kid, and especially since his dad was, like, disabled. You know, like, he was really fucked up about it. And, like, you're right, like, he...
Are you saying his dad was disabled? Like, he was, like, mentally disabled?
Yeah, like, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? You know?
Yeah, that's true. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Like, he could have been nicer, but like...
He could have.
Yeah, okay.
That's a funny spin-off
right. Max
of...
is out.
Yeah. That's a funny spin-off of a Goofy movie is Max just, like, coming to terms with the fact that his father has a mental condition that makes him pretty simple.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's an after-school special for Disney.
Like, his name's not actually Goofy.
Yeah.
He was just bullied until he forgot his name was Roger, and they just called him Goofy.
Social workers talking to Max at like an office, like his name's not Goofy, his name's Ronald.
Yeah,
it's Ronald Furstein, and I don't know where the Goofy thing came from. We didn't think it hurt. Stuck. We just let him go for it. Somehow he had you, and listen, there are certain challenges you got to deal with, and
right.
Wow,
you're gonna end up feeling more like the father. We had no idea
that Max's story was so deep, man.
It is deep.
I have more respect for him.
He was cool, especially when he dressed up as Powerline and sang it from the school. All right, we gotta. I watched that movie a lot. All right, I think there were more. I had Misty. I was just gonna end on the Misty. Did you ever watch
Misty from Pokemon?
Yes, dude. I was like,
of course.
I had like feelings for her. It wasn't just like it was more than a sexual thing, man. I had feelings. Like, I felt like she was a real cool girl. I felt like we would have got along.
You thought you would have vibed. Why? Because she was pretty chill, or that she was just hype.
That's what it was.
Wait,
she was
Misty
very red hair.
We're not talking about the redheaded Rocket, right?
No, you're thinking. Oh, she was hot too. She was a bad girl, which I was into.
Yeah, she was bad. No, Misty was Ash's friend.
Yes, and she seemed like Brock was chill, and you don't know who was really going to make the move.
Brock was the dude you were jealous of. Like, you wanted Misty, but you knew that, like, Brock. She definitely had a crush on Brock, and you kind of hated Brock for it. You're like, dude, what's so special about you? Your Pokemon are fucking rock Pokemon. I mean, could they have made that any more obvious? He's the rock guy, and his name's Brock. Like, come on.
Yeah, well, yeah. Come on, man. It's Japanese, man.
Meatball.
Yeah. But he was cool. He was like, I liked Brock, but I always wondered, like, at the end of the day, one of these guys is taking home Misty. Who's it gonna be?
It wasn't Brock. It wasn't Brock. It was Ash.
It wasn't. It was Ash.
Brock's like that guy you know from high school who's like kind of a jock and he was kind of cool, and then like later down the road he like became a cop, and you're like, okay, like that's a weird.
You think so?
You know, like, you were charming, you were athletic, everybody liked you, and now you're a cop and you're a bastard, nobody likes you. Like, what happened, Brock?